Good morning. I'm Brady Borrell for KQKI News, coming to you live from Ochsner's St. Mary Hospital, where the Louisiana Organ Procurement Association is having a flag-raising ceremony in observance of Donate Life Month. And with that, I'll turn it over to the nice ladies.
Thank you.
Can you hold it if you don't mind?
Sure. Okay. Hey everyone, good morning, and thank you for joining us. My name's Kelly Hill. I'm one of the donation outreach coordinators for LOPA, and just want to give y'all a little information about Donate Life Month. It says every April around the United States we have the privilege to celebrate National Donate Life Month. We take this time to reflect on our hero donors and the legacy of hope and healing that they have left behind. We also honor the families of our donor heroes. These brave families, in the midst of their grief, have chose to save the life of another. And lastly, we honor our hospital partners. Without our mission would not be possible. We thank you for your continued dedication and support in helping make life happen.
Thank you. I'm Joy Fragola with Southern Eye Bank. We work very closely with LOPA. We actually do the recovery and the disposition for corneas and eyes for research. Corneas give sight to 2 people when someone says yes to donation. So Donate Life Month is a great opportunity for everyone to be able to say, with great gratitude, thank you. We really appreciate all that you do. We appreciate our community and all of the help that they give to people who need the gift of sight.
Good morning. I'd like to introduce Miss Elena. She is going to share her story with us this morning.
Hey, good morning. I'm Elena Sloan. About a little over 3 years ago, I was a healthy 41, I think, years old. And I was training for a marathon in the best shape of my life. I got COVID over the holidays and started getting sick and thought I was feeling better. And then I just didn't want to run anymore, didn't want to do anything. I just couldn't get my energy back. And then I kind of started turning jaundice. My abdomen got really enlarged, and so my brother is a nurse, and he said, yeah, maybe we need to go in and get some blood work. And he was really calm, never thought anything was gonna happen. And so went to the ER, did blood work. They actually ran it twice because they thought it was a mistake. It was so bad. I was in acute liver failure. They ambulanced me to Big Ochsner in New Orleans, and I was on the I was in the hospital for about a week. I was on the transplant list for 3 days. That's my new lucky number. And in that 3 days, I received a liver, and March 1st is like my new birthday because I got a second chance at life. And you know, it's really courageous when you do donate, because you can't take it with you, and when you do donate, it can save so many lives. And I thank God every night for my donor and their family. And I know, you know, that's got to be heart-wrenching, but just the people that can live with your organs is, you know, it's nice. But I feel like I'm a walking miracle. It's nice to be in a small town. People know you and they pray for you and they support you. And it's, you know, if I were in a big city, I don't know if I would get this support. So being in Morgan City, it was really helpful. I had my husband with me by my side with COVID. He was the only one that could be with me. And I had my parents and my in-laws and my brothers and my 2 girls and my teacher friends and my community and just everyone. It's just my aunts and my uncles and my cousins. It's just amazing how love and support can just make life just so much better. So I feel like I always have a smile on my face. People are always saying, you're always smiling. But it's, you get that second chance and you don't want to not smile anymore. But thank you all for coming and let me share my story with you. And I hope you're a donor, because it could save so many lives, and I'll be very appreciative.
So I'd like to read what the flag means. So it says, what exactly does the flag represent? Well, that depends. To the common passerby, it's a reminder that life isn't everlasting, and we will most likely all at some point on our journey through life be faced with the decision of whether or not to change lives through organ, tissue, or eye donation. To the hospital staff member, this flag is a symbol that they can take pride in, knowing that their institution supports the life-saving work of donation and transplantation in philosophy, policy, and action. To the many physicians, nurses, therapists, and other hospital personnel whose feet are tired after spending a long 12-hour shift taking care of a donor, this flag is a thank you. Thank you for having compassion for your patient's grieving family, and the several lives that your patient will hopefully change through the gift of donation. To the donor family, this flag is a representation of the many ways their loved one continues to live on in others and leave behind a lasting legacy, not only in the hearts and minds of those that personally knew them, but in the quiet gratitude of complete strangers touched by the generous gift of life. And finally, to the recipients and to those that continue to wait on the transplant list, this flag is a beacon of hope, a reminder that people out there willing to say yes to organ, tissue, and eye donation, and capable of reaching through their grief to help someone else in need. Thank you all for coming out this morning, and I'd like for everybody to come inside. We have refreshments. All right, thank y'all so much.
And I asked Kevin too. Got Lou Tamparello, of course. Lou Tamparello is a city councilman here, the mayor pro tem of the city of Morgan City. Lou, of course, this is extremely personal to you. I found this out last year. This ceremony that you are a donation recipient yourself. Tell us how personal this is to you.
It's just words can't explain. I never felt really sick, but I had a cirrhosis of the liver, and they told me I needed a liver transplant, and it was just boom, just like that. But then I needed a liver and a kidney because I had lost a kidney several years prior to that. So it was an amazing thing. Just like Elena says, it's the second chance at life, and God was good. I was on a list for only 7 days, thank God. And there's other people that wait a lot longer. We got Mr. Charlie Solar here that he was on a list, and he went 19 times before. Kevin here has been got a kidney from his brother, and then 23 years later he got a kidney from his sister. So words can't explain that kind of stuff. Mr. Charles Collado over there, he had a kidney a few years ago. He was on the list forever and a day. So it's a tremendous deal. It's great to see all these people out here supporting us all, and I got to say, I had great doctors, nurses, and fantastic wife. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, we have former parish councilman Kevin Wazan. Kevin, yours is a more recent story. Tell us your story.
Well, I had my first kidney transplant. My brother Mark donated, so I had a living donor. And my sister was a perfect match back then also. But she had just had a child, so my brother gave me my first kidney. It lasted 23 years until it started to fail. And so my sister called, and I called, and we went up there, and we were in and out in the surgery like in 3 months from start to finish. And I'm 1 year out on March 13th. I just had my 1 year checkup. Everything's gone good, and they put me off for 6 months for the next virtual appointment. And I was blessed to have two siblings that both were willing to donate to me, because it changed your way of life. And the reason my kidneys failed, my mother had polycystic kidney disease, and she had a cadaver transplant that lasted about 7 years till she passed away. And I'm the only one out of the four siblings that inherited the polycystic kidney disease. So it's just a blessing that all of us, and anybody out there, please get on the donor list. Don't take it with you. You could help so many people with your liver, your kidney, your eyes, your heart. And I've been blessed, and God is good, Brady.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Mr. Charlie Solar, yours has not been that long. Tell us about your story, if you don't mind. If you can come a little bit closer to me.
It was about 2 years ago that I got it, November the 4th. And by that time, I had went up there 19 times, and then the one was ahead of me that day. Something went wrong, so they called me in there, and they said, look, a lot's going to happen, because the operating room's waiting on you. They was working on the other one, and Fuda liver was really far. And so when I went in there, man, there was all kind of doctors, nurses all the way around the bed working on me. Somebody came in there and said, look, the emergency room, the operating room is waiting on y'all. So all that was got done. But yeah, so I really, really appreciate the person or the family that gave mine. I think the guy was on life support, and it was really good, and I'm sure they kind of excited that that's still going,
Thank you so much.
All right.
And Mr. Charles Collada, if you can tell us your story as well.
Okay, thank you. My story starts when I was 6 years old, when I lost my kidney due to a congenital defect. And so I only had one kidney for the rest of my life, and was able to keep it running through my hard work and God's good graces till I was 78. I was 5 months from dying, and I made all the arrangement, even called hospice, and I was ready. And then I got the call one morning, and I got a decedent's kidney, a man who died of a heart attack, and here I am today. That was 3 years ago. So very grateful to the donor for that.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate all four of you telling us your story through a personal, some very close friends of mine. Their son was in a tragic accident several years back. He was a donor, very young guy, about 21 years of age. He saved, I believe, up to 8 lives, or at least impacted those lives. Through that story, I became a donor myself, and so
His grandmother is here too.
really, wow.
Stevie is here.
Yes. So it's a very heartwarming story. So we appreciate all of you. It doesn't take long at all to become a donor. Just check that off on your driver's license or something. So we appreciate the stories, and again, we appreciate even the donors, their families. We remember them today. I'm Brady.